Andrea, you say that this discussion between Republicans and Democrats and the president, GOP needs to proceed with caution. Why do you say that?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, the Republicans, I think, made a mistake meeting with Barack Obama before and televising it. The setting was not good for them. He was able to lecture to them. He was able to, in front of millions of people, say, you guys are to blame. You come forward with no ideas. And I think Republicans here need to look at the poll that you just presented, Martha. A majority of Americans want to start over. Republicans want to start over. Unless Barack Obama is committed to starting over, scrapping that stinker of a bill, and putting forward some new proposals that actually work to cut costs, not cut Medicare, that's the only way Republicans should meet with him. Other than that, he's using them, he's co-opting them to get votes to pass that stinker that people don't want.
Let's see, Bob, I want to get your thoughts on this. His sit-down with Katie Couric yesterday and what he had to say, and let's listen to it, and then we'll hear what Bob Beckel thinks.
What I've been doing is consulting closely with the leaders in the House, the leaders in the Senate on the Democratic side, and I want to consult closely with our Republican colleagues, Republicans and Democrats, to go through systematically all the best ideas that are out there and move it forward.
Why not start over with this process then, Bob?
Well, first of all, it's a long process. We've been at this now for 50-some years trying to reform health care. But, you know, Andrea says they shouldn't have met with him because they have a lot to hide, which is they don't have much to offer. Now, I think the idea that there wasn't transparency here, this argument's all backroom deals. 98% of these hearings were on C-SPAN, in fact. And going down to the White House and sitting down and putting their ideas on the table, I think is a very good idea. I think Andrea's right. I'd be careful if I were the Republicans because, in fact, they don't want a bill. They don't want Obama to have a bill. And secondly, they don't have any really solid ideas to pass a bill. So I think they're going to be exposed here. And you're right. They better be careful.
Exposed, that we don't have any ideas. How about letting people buy health care across state lines? How about tort reform, Bob? How about not cutting $500 billion from Medicare? How about that? How about not high tax increases? I mean, if there's a real, if Obama really wants to work to cut costs for the American people, well, that would be great. Then scrap the bill. It's not Republicans who don't want it, Bob. It's the American people who don't want it. Start over. What do you have to hide?
Well, first of all, just so we can get this straight, you've done a very good job of hanging negatives all over this bill. I'm surprised 23% are in favor of passing it after it's been called socialized medicine and there's death panels and all the rest of that on it. But you can't start. Look, a lot of this stuff Democrats and Republicans already agree on, about 80%. And so, and by the way, there already is across state line sales of insurance.
Isn't one of